Now, it's very important that you manage her incandescence energy bar well, because at max charge, we'll be doing 245,000. Oh my god. Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here, and welcome to another Wuthering Waves video. So we got the ultimate CM Bros guide to max godlike DPS Jinhsi, and my goodness, she is so damn strong. As the first character for version 1.1 of Wuthering Waves, she absolutely deserves it. And let's take a look in this video, her mechanics, her rotations, alongside her best echo choices and her best teammates to max utilize her damage. Because as you saw from the beginning of this video, she can do insane amounts of damage. So yes, we better know how to play her right. So let's get started. Now, Jinhsi is truly unique in the sense that she is able to attack with 2 different sets of basic attacks, as well as having 4 different resonance skill typings. And I'll go over all of them in this video and try to simplify things as well, so understand how to maximize her damage. And starting off with her first set of basic attack, and you can see here that this is quite strong in terms of the first basic attack is a very fast sword swipe that allows you to parry enemies, and the third attack is a mini G-Yan attack that gathers, by summoning the dragon, gathers the enemy up into the 4th basic attack, which slams the enemy down. So it has crowd controlling capabilities for mobs as well. And after you use your 4 basic attack, regardless of it landing on the enemy or not, you will be able to use an enhanced resonance skill, and this enhanced resonance skill sends you into mid-air, and you've got 5 seconds to activate this, and you can even swap in between. Now, while you're in this enhanced mid-air state, your basic attacks will change as well. So it's still a 4-hit combo, but the animations will look different, and as you can see here, it's still got that dragon summoning capabilities to pull things in for the Jinhsi. Now, her damage during this enhanced state is basically counted as resonance skill damage typing. So it's very important to know, because all of her skill kit as well as her weapon will be buffing the resonance skill typing damage. Now, taking a look at her resonance skills, we'll simplify into E2, E1, E2, E3, and E4. And E1 is the basic resonance skill that you activate without using any basic attacks, right? This is a non-enhanced version, and it's a charging attack. Now, E2 is the one that you can see she is stepping on her sword. That's the icon, and this sends you into the midair, and now your basic attacks are enhanced. And you also have an enhanced resonance skill while you're in midair state after E2, and you can see it's the Dragon Rising attack. And to finish it all off, you have E4, which is after you use 4 enhanced midair basic attacks. Similar to how E2 lights up when you use your 4 basic attack, E4 will light up after you use your 4 enhanced basic attack, and it's the Dragon Laser, and it's the most powerful skill coming out from Jinhsi. And I'll show you guys all the different multipliers as well. So this is the first charging attack, and then you'll summon the dragon, and that's E3. Now, taking a look at the comparison in damage in terms of multiplier, E1 is 155%, E2, the one that sends you into midair, the enhanced state one, is 197, and then E3, so your resonance skill while you're in the midair state, is now 503%. So this is a huge jump in comparison, okay? And you can see, of course, this is a very good skill to have, and it will send the dragon as well. And after you use your 4 basic attack, as they are showcasing here, this is after you midair, you use your 4 basic attack, your icon will light up bottom right. You can see here, this E now will become the Dragon Laser, as I like to call it, and the damage coming out from the Dragon Laser is what we saw in the beginning of the video, 245,000. if you have max energy, and that's what's so crucial. Now, the Dragon Laser has 2 instances of damage, actually multiple, but 2 components. The first one, as you saw, the 445 in this video, is basically the initial stacking damage, and then everything will explode into the 8,280 in this showcase. So you got two of that, and the last damage will be affected by the energy bar above your HP. And at its base multiplier, E3, the one that's the highest, is 503, and the E4, the Dragon Laser, is 467. But you might say, wait, isn't this lower than E3? Well, look again at the energy bar above the HP. Okay, this is incandescence, and it's an energy that has a cap of 50. And when you use your Dragon Laser, it'll consume all of the stacks, all of the energy, okay? And at each point of energy will grant you 44.5% multiplier. So if you have 50, which is max stack, 50 stacks or 50 energy being all consumed by the dragon laser will net you over 2,000. Over 2,000. If you plus the base multiplier, it's about 2,600 or something, around that, in terms of the multiplier coming out, which is the highest in the entire game. Nothing even comes close, and this is the reason why you saw 245,000 on a built on a built character, build Jinhsi. Now, looking at the energy, you might wonder, how do I gain this? Well, every time an ally attacks the enemy when Jinhsi is in the team, every time an ally or Jinhsi attacks the enemy, each single attack will grant 1 energy per element. So you can see with IZ we have Mort, and they all will grant 1 energy per hit every 3 seconds. However, if you have co-op attack, you see that this counts as a co-op attack, coordinated attack, whatever they call it. This will grant 3 energy per 3 seconds per hit, okay, per element as well. So right off the bat, you can see who are going to be her best teammates. You've got Mort as well as Yingling, and if you run both of them on the same team with Jinhsi doing damage, let's say as the front character, you'll see each hit will grant you 7 energy. That's crazy, because what this means is that 3 from the co-op from Yingling being Electro, 3 from Mort being Fire and co-op, and then 1 from Jinhsi being Spectral, and this is the basic attack, right? So that's 7 energy per 3 seconds. And if you use Verna, you'll get the same result from the co-op, but you won't get the attack energy gain from Jinhsi, because she is spectral. So this is a 6 energy gain. So this is absolutely crucial in pairing her up with characters that have somewhat of a background, a co-op capability to essentially do damage when Jinhsi is in the front. And understanding how the energy gain works is very, very good and important in team building, because she also has an outro skill. Her outro skill essentially says that when she outros, the next character that comes in, and actually all of the characters that comes in for the next 20 seconds, okay, the cooldown of this energy gain is shortened from 3 to 1 second. So remember how we saw in the beginning, if Yingling and Mort is in the back and the Jinhsi attacks, you'll gain 7 energy, but that's every 7 seconds. Now you gain this every 1 second. You can see how crazy it is. It basically triples your energy gain, and you will have an insane damage output coming out from the dragon laser. So this is really good. And one cool thing about the dragon laser, and why you guarantee this effect triggering, is that after you use the dragon laser, every 25 seconds, right, it's on an internal 25-second cooldown of triggering this passive, but every 25 seconds post dragon laser, you'll be able to get a free outro intro. That's right, after you activate the dragon laser, you outro with Jinhsi into someone like Verna, you're guaranteed to get the intro and outro effect activated. And this activates before the consumption of the forte gauge. So you will always prioritize that, the game will prioritize that, and you'll always get the intro and outro, which means that the next time, for example, Jinhsi comes in, you'll still have a full forte gauge to intro and outro again. That's so crazy. And we also just saw the Resonance Liberation, and they talk about the multiplier here. Alright, in comparison to Havoc MC, who has one of the highest multipliers in the game for Resonance Liberation at 1520, Jinhsi is even stronger at 1666. So you can see that a full combo, if it's max, okay, max energy, will be 2,600, 2,400 something percent for the dragon laser, followed up by this resonance liberation. You're gonna be doing 4,000% multiplier in a very short span of time. Oh my god. And they also talk about here that if you use dodge or parry, you can also shorten your mid-air enhanced state, because if you dodge an attack, it will pick up right where you left off in the third part of the basic attack. Okay, so if you dodge and you attack, you pick it up here, and if you intro in with Jinhsi, then it will just skip straight through the first 4 basic attack, and you can actually use your E, your resonance skill, because it will already be the enhanced version, and you can activate the mid-air state right away. So overall, you can tell already her mechanic is insane. Everything she's built in terms of her kit and how she works is, in my opinion, just better. just better than what we have so far. Now looking at the rotation, this is the core and the simplest rotation. 4 base attacks allowing you to activate the mid-air state, and then you want the animation cancel because there's a linger effect after you use your first resonance skill, the enhanced one. You want the animation cancel with the enhanced resonance skill, and then go into 4 base attack, and after that this E4 will light up and you can use the dragon laser. This is the bread and butter version, and it's super simple. 4 base attacks, E once, E animation cancel the second time, 4 base attack, and then dragon laser. That's it. Okay, super simple. You can even swap in between, and it will not even interrupt your combo. That's another crucial thing about Jinhsi and why she's so good mechanically, is because if you dodge, if you swap when you're in the mid-air enhanced state, it does not reset your combo at all. You will pick up, whether you're in the combo 3 or combo 4, you pick up right where you left off, so it doesn't interrupt or lose your combo sequence, because you need to get to the last combo sequence to activate your dragon laser. So it's built in that way, so you basically don't have that problem. Okay, and now looking at the more enhanced version of the rotation, this is, in my opinion, a way to min and max your output, but I personally don't think this is the rotation people will do, but let's go over it. So it's 4 basic attack, everything looks the same. You use a resonance skill, yep, that's fine. This is the enhanced one, so we'll be in midair, and then you follow up with a resonance liberation to animation cancel the resonance skill. Now, resonance liberation may not be always available at this time, but again, you have something to cancel the lingering animation of the resonance skill. And now you basically have 3 times, so this is the biggest difference. You basic attack 3 times instead of 4 times this time, and then you use your echo. This is the new echo dragon. Okay, it's a summon echo that doesn't do a transformation state, so it does not interrupt your rotation. And you use your 3 attacks and then a resonance skill. This is the enhanced post mid-air enhanced one, and then you use a base attack one more time, and then the dragon laser will light up. Okay, so this ensures that 2 of the resonance skills here will benefit from the echo's resonance skill damage typing buff. So personally, yes, it's min-max in terms of damage, but in my honest opinion, you're not going to always have the resonance liberation up, of course, post resonance skill. And also having this resonance skill used after the resonance liberation, the mid-air one, is really good because you'll charge past the enemies, and this brings you to a very safe location. So overall, I still like the simpler one best, but you can still min-max and each to their own. So let's take a look at her damage typing breakdown. Now, the majority of her damage typing will be considered as resonance skill typing. This is from her resonance skills with the crazy multipliers, as well as her enhanced basic attacks while in mid-air. And 18.2 is resonance liberation, the rest is everything else. Now, this is the recommended upgrade, and yeah, I mean, you're gonna max them anyways. But in terms of the echo choices, speaking of the damage typing breakdown, there's only one choice, and it's the new Jue, or the dragon one that you can obtain after version 1.1, because it offers a 16% damage boost to resonance skill typing, and it's a summon type echo. Okay, so it doesn't interrupt or interfere with Jinhsi's rotation at all. And for the 15 seconds, not only do you get a 16% damage buff to all resonance skill typing, you also apply a damage overtime, a dot for 15 seconds that deals 16% spectral damage every single second. So it is very powerful, not to mention that on the summon of this echo, he will also do damage. So in terms of substats, crit, of course, as the main stat for cost 4s, and in cost 3s, this is where things are a bit different. Okay, you can go for an attack percentage plus a spectral percentage, which is different than what we always had before, which is 2 on element percentage boost, right, as the main stat. But you know what? This is 1 to 3% higher in terms of the calculation if you run 1 attack and 1 spectral percentage instead. And of course, cost 1 is going to be the same. And as for the substats, you want to go for crit, attack percentage, and then resonance skill damage. That is what we are aiming for right now. So that's the echo choice, and honestly, there's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. And they also make a quick mention about if you're pulling for high dupes, high sequence Jinhsi at 4+1 above 4+1, you actually could consider 4-4-1-1-1. So 2 cost 4s and then 1-1-1 for insane amounts of essentially crit. Now, I haven't seen the math behind this part. More cooking will need to be done. I'll see if other guides also recommend this. But this is this guide in terms of the echo choices. And that coincides with what's being recommended in the other CM Bro guide as well, which is 4-3-3-1, and then having the attack plus spectral damage as your first choice instead of double spectral percentage for cost 3. So yes, everything's matching up, 4-3-3-1, and this is the build for the echo choices as well. And I know we talked briefly about the teammate section, but let's go over it in depth. And the key part about having teammates is filling this gauge above her HP, which is the incandescence bar, her energy bar, because it really changes her output. I mean, look how crazy this is. 245,000 damage. Now, Mort, of course, is, I would say, best in slot alongside Yingling. And if you have a S4 above, which means sequence 4 above, multiple dupes copy of Mort, it is actually going to be very comparable in terms of damage and also helping out Jinhsi's energy recharge. Now, in terms of the supports, you can use BaiZ or Verna because they also offer co-op attack. So in terms of your sub DPS, you are going to use Yingling if you're looking for multiple targets, AoE damage, or you are going to be able to use Mort if you have S4 or above. Some other choices like Yuan Wu or Tao Ji are also viable, but their damage in comparison and in their speed in terms of being able to obtain energy and the forte gauge is unfortunately a bit too slow in comparison to the two other choices. Havoc MC is also viable because, as you can see, you want to do quick burst damages, and you can also quick swap in between, and you can do insane amounts of co-op between the two characters, and it's lore accurate as well. So overall, honestly, I know she plays like a main DPS, but the more and more I look into her, the more and more it feels like she is a burst DPS character. Okay, let's not talk about sub DPS, main DPS, these type of phrases, but burst DPS, whereas she doesn't need to be on field for a crazy amount of time, but she is able to deal an insane amounts of damage by just being there for a short few seconds. Now, looking at the weapon choices, and actually the two guys are very similar in terms of the percentages. If we take a look at the signature weapon as the base 100%, it's going to be about 12 to 14% better than the second choice, which is another limited weapon from Ji Yan. Now, her signature weapon, Jinhsi's signature weapon, offers elemental damage boost of 12%, and then when you intro in, you'll get a further 12% damage boost to resonance skill damage typing, and then if you use a resonance skill, you'll gain a further 24% for 12 seconds. I mean, this is very similar to all of the limited weapons, signature weapons we have seen so far. Basically, everyone will get a 12% elemental damage boost. On top of that, a 48% something that's related to the main damage typing of the character, whether it be a resonance liberation or heavy attack or resonance skill. It's a 48 boost after that. So I mean, it works. You can see that it's about 12-14% better than the second GN limited, and about 16-17% better than the 5-star version. And in comparison to the battle pass and the other 3-star choices, it's about 30% better. So if you can grab it in Wuthering Waves, it's 100% chance to get the on banner signature weapon, so you don't have to worry about 75-25 or 50-50 with the weapon. So if you have the opportunity, I would definitely grab it. But if you already have the 5-star sword, you could save. Technically, you could save. But yeah, those are the comparison between the weapons. And that's it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. And honestly, I wasn't even gonna pull for her, but the promotional video, yeah, I absolutely got me. Okay, she's so beautiful, and she plays a very important role in the video as well as in the lore and the story as well. So yeah, my wish is to obtain a copy, and I did manage to get her with her signature weapon as well. And definitely more guides for her will be upcoming in the next part of my channel. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye now.